everyone, welcome back to the Cambrian Mountains. We are now going to talk about the live mealworm feeders. You can put anything in here, by the way. You can put your seed, peanuts, anything. But to start off with, you get your trunk, and then you get one of these little attachments that go on your drill, and you drill that down in the top of your post all the way down, and you can chop it out with a chisel and you'll end up with a hole in the end. It looks like that, okay? And then what you do is I use an old tablet container, plastic tablet container, which is the same diameter as the drill bit I just used there. And then you cut it off. That hole needs to be 2 inches deep. You want to cut this one off 1/4 of an inch shallower than the hole, so you don't actually see the white rim around the top. And you'll end up with that. And then once you got that, you get a bradawl, and then you make holes in the end to let water drain out if it rains. If I hold it up, you'll probably see all the hose in the bottom. That's for letting all the rain out. And then that goes in to there, so you can't actually see the plastic. Now when the rain goes through this, it goes into the bottom of there, obviously. So just get a drill bit. I always use a drill bit the same diameter as a pencil. It makes life a lot easier trying to tell you all the different sizes to get. And that forms a hole in there. Now if I lift this up and show you, hopefully you'll be able to see it. If I shove this through there, you should be able to see the pencil coming through the bottom of the hole. Not sure if you can see it or not, but there it is anyway. And that lets the water out when it rains. So you've got all this. Once you put this up, when you put the bottom on, just put a screw in either side of your bottom. This bit needs to be raised up a little bit from ground level. And the simple reason for that is when it's on the floor, you can do this with it. You can pivot it. And there's a good reason for that, is because if you're using it across the fields and the ground is uneven, you can pivot it so it's vertical. If it's on your patio and you're looking at the window, you want to see the top of this flush with what you're looking at. And the reason is, if you get a bird land on the back of here and it's tilted back, you can't see its feet. And if you got it too far forward, you're going to see the hole. So you want it roughly in line. When you look at it, all you should see is that front edge. So you've got a flat surface, so when a bird lands on there, you'll see its feet and everything of the bird. Nothing will be hidden. Plus you won't be able to see the hole, and you won't be able to see this that's in it. Now once you've done all that, you can move this anywhere you want to line up. If you're taking photographs, you need 2 people for this really. One to be on the camera, the other end, and the other one doing this. So that one on the camera can say, stop. That's perfect for taking photographs. All you see is that edge. Other than that, you just got to keep getting backwards and forwards to the camera and checking it. So once you've done all this, you got that goes in there, and you're ready to go basically. So then you get your live mealworms. So you put your live mealworms in the plastic container. Plastic I use because if you don't put live mealworms in there, they just crawl up the side, over the top and down, and they'll be gone. But they can't climb up plastic. That's the reason it's plastic. So that goes in there. So you're all ready to go now. So you put your mealworms in there, don't fill in right to the top, just keep it about that far down from the top, or else they'll climb on top of one another and escape. And birds will come in here and they come land on there, and I just pick one at a time, you know, nice and what would you call it? Nice and gentlemanly, I suppose. Just take one at a time, and then you'll get a blackbird come in, and the blackbird will just throw everything all over the place. You'll have a massive great beakful, and everything will be chucked all over the place. And they will, once he's flown off, any that's left on the top will crawl back over and go down the sides between the side of the plastic and the side of the hoe, and then they crawl down there and they go underneath the cup. Now you think, well, that's a waste because we've got mealworms underneath the cup now, and they'll all crawl out through the water hole, what you just put in. So this is where you can use a pencil if you want, because it's on the back of the post, so you're not going to see it. Or you can cut a bit of hazel off, just trim the end, same diameter as a pencil, and shove it in the hole. I'll show you what it looks like. There it is. Shove that in there, and now that becomes the drain pipe. The water will still come out there, it won't stop the water coming out, but it stops the mealworms escaping that's gone underneath the tub. So it's a dual purpose thing. So that stops mealworms coming out, so all your mealworms is contained in there. Now I'm going to have a little video of what a blackbird does when it comes in. Have a look at this. See what I mean by how a blackbird feeds. You won't want him round on your dinner table, that's for sure. Now you've got mealworms underneath your feeder now, so no birds are going to be able to get at them. But you're wrong, they can't. Now this is amazing with birds. Hearing. They can hear things that we can't. And if there's mealworms in there underneath this cup, they can hear them crawling around. So how do they get them out? Now I'm just going to show you another little film. It started off with a great tit, followed by a robin, followed by woodpeckers, and following by everything that's watching what they do, and then they all copy it. Now here comes a video of how they get the mealworms out from underneath the cup, and I hope you enjoy this because I just laughed all the time I was filming it, but I'll put it up now and you can have a look. How about that? I think that was brilliant. This goes to show what good hearing birds have. But anyway, so you got all this set up, got it all how you want it. You got the down pipe there, that goes behind so you don't actually see the pencil or the bit of hazel sticking out the back. and you've got it so it's correct for you, how you want to, see it to your camera. So it's, like I say, you should just see the edge of the front. So this is completely flat to what you're looking at. So you got all that in the middle. You got the hose in there for the water to drain out. You got the pencil in the back to stop mealworms falling out after the blackbird's been on it. And so it's multi-purpose. Now you can drill holes on the sides. Birds like to land high when they come in to feed on most things because they're always looking out for predators. That's all they do, morning to night, look out for predators. And so if you drill holes in the side, you can use the same as a pencil, same drill bit, and get little branches of apple blossom or blackthorn blossom on, berries, anything like that. Nice little branches, and you can stick them in the hose. So you put them in on this angle, and then you'll get nice branches coming out like this with all your blossoming berries on. Now they will land on that before they come down and land on this, unless they're really greedy and then they go straight at it. But you get birds on your little branches with all the blossom around, and then take photographs of those, and then you can crop it. So all you get is the bird on the blossom. Don't get anything else. So that's one photograph. We've got a photograph of them sitting on a post, which could be a post anywhere in the countryside because you can't see the hole, so you just think it's a post. That's another photograph.